life is super gift. Life is filled with inspiration, and we are born with infinite possibilities and potential. You know why I realized and when I realized? Because our today's guest is a super achiever, is a global leader, is a true patriot, a contributor, a global citizen, a very high achiever. अरे बोलो तो कहाँ अचीव किया है? Yes, she has so many patents. She's an AI specialist. She's former Miss India, Mrs. India. So I'm very, very happy to welcome Shilpa Rao.
Really happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Please go ahead.
I was saying I'm really happy to be here, and when I heard your title is Chief Smiles Officer, I was like, I have to meet you.
I'm very, very blessed, fortunate to be sitting in front of you. And from my heart, I was just thinking that this episode is going to inspire so many thousands of students, so many thousands of moms, so many thousands of teachers, and the generations to come. Because you have done so much for India, the world, and your products are useful to so many lives. So let's come to my favorite question first.
Sure.
Mrs. India kaise bane? Why I'm asking this is because it is very spiritual. It is not just about outer beauty. It is about fitness. It is about your emotional balance. It's about your intellectual clarity. It's about your spiritual vibes. Otherwise, this title is not easy. So please tell us about the secret of your success in all parts, physical well-being, spiritual well-being, mental well-being, intellectual well-being. So please throw light and the steps so that we can do something to take care of all these aspects.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I would say my journey started in 2019, and it was a very interesting one on how it started. So essentially we moved, we are based in Chennai, and we moved to a village near Chennai, just like closer to office. And we have our two furry daughters. Both of them are dogs. So we used to go for walks with them, and nearby there was a very beautiful lake. It's called Tayur Lake, and it is like a 500-acre lake, and it was just so beautiful. And unfortunately, it was completely dried. And when you kind of see something which is so beautiful and like it's not taken care of, you really feel that you have to do something about it. And for that, you need to have a voice, right? And how do you kind of get a voice? And I had seen, Miss India in the past having their voice, and I thought, like, why not? And obviously, I was like nothing like any beauty queen or others. I mean, like growing up, I always was a tomboy, so taking care of myself was not exactly in the list. And when I participated, I was completely overweight. I was like 75 kilos. So
believe it.
So it was something which was like completely out of what I had ever done, and something, I was not something who was very tuned into fashion or makeup or beauty or anything like that. But I thought that this is one of the way which could really help to get a voice. And I'd seen in the past the work which former Miss and Mrs. India had done, and I thought maybe this could be a way to really get a voice to revive that lake, because everything which we could do in a small way definitely helps. And that's how the journey started for Mrs. India. It was a completely different field. a completely different experience. I'm coming from a very different background, was just so different, like learning everything from, makeup and walking in a certain way, and losing weight, and overall well-being, knowing more about yourself. So it was a complete journey, and we had our finale. It was like a entire process went about 8 months, and we had a finale in Greece in 2019, and I won the sponsors award at Mrs. India. So it was a really good journey, and with the journey I got the platform to actually get my voice out there, and talk more about the lake, and get attention towards it. And now
Yes.
there is work which is happening on the lake. They have cleaned up some of the inlets, outlets, and now the lake is beaming. So it was a
Wow.
beautiful journey.
And I'm also thinking about your mental preparation, the power, confidence, the resilience, the magic to face anything in life, those 8 months. And even like, I believe these traits are also inborn, nature, nurture. So please throw some light on that. When you walk with confidence, when you answer with clarity, your conviction, not just appreciation. Yeah, we should lose weight. It was not just appreciation. So please tell us about your convictions.
That's very interesting, because essentially once you have purpose, right, all the other things fall in place. So it's very important that you really look at the big picture and have the purpose. And some of the core values which actually help me is one, is self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. So first start by believing in yourself, and do it as if you have already done it, right? Like, I mean, when I started, uh, as I said, right, I was like nowhere close to any, I mean, nobody could like even look at me and said that you can do something like that. So just believe in yourself, and you know why you're doing it. You have your purpose in mind, so just go for it and try out different things. Life is all about experimenting, so
You
have
made
fun
it
with
so
it.
easy. Now I need not ask you what makes you you, what are your top three values, because self-belief is the number one and that makes it happen. And you are making it very simple for us. Hey, you start with self-belief and it'll happen. And know your why. Great. Super. But then this is not about it. You have so many patents. So you must have gone through some good education. So tell us about that. What is the secret behind patents? What is the secret behind AI? And girls usually are right brainers, soft, cute. And what is this AI and Shilpa Rao, and from beauty to all head, changing the world and making your parents proud. So tell us more about all that.
Sure. Sure. So actually, I grew up in Mumbai, and I grew up in Mumbai in a suburb called Malad. And I can call it out specifically Malad because that was the word for me. My school is within the colony. My college was in 1 kilometer radius. My B school was also in 1 kilometer radius. So that was like the world for me. And the reason I took up my job, the only reason I took up my job in the company, because it had an office which was like, just near to my house. And I thought like maybe I could come home for lunch, and, it was the world for me. And when I joined, things kind of took a different turn. I was posted to Chennai, and within 6 months, I was posted in UK. And it
Wow.
was a small
ये कैसे
village
हुआ?
in
ये कैसे हुआ? 6 months में लोग तरसते हैं, off site, whatever you call it. Your
so
English worked, your confidence
sorry.
worked. What worked in 6 months?
It is about learning. I would say learning worked. So, we were kind of
Okay.
given, everybody was given a new task, and everybody had to learn. And I took extra interest in it, I could say. And so the learning worked. And it was also because I wanted to go back home. So I was posted in Chennai. I didn't want to stay in Chennai. I wanted to go back home. So I was like learning extra hard so that I can go back home.
Now this is like Steve Jobs. stay hungry, stay foolish. Yes. Come on, Shilpa, learn.
But it kind of turned the other way around. I was posted in UK because
That
I
was
was the one who
who
kind of
invited you. And your fragrance had to go there. Your magic had to touch their hearts.
yeah. So so I was posted in UK, and it was a village. Okay, so and this is the first time I was actually staying outside home, and I was a pampered kid, so I didn't know anything. And first time outside home, it was very cold,
Which
and
year
I
was
had
it?
to. This was in 2005.
Oh, that early. Then
Yeah, that was
2019, Mrs. India happened late. Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So it was very cold, and at that time, mobile phones were like just coming. I mean, they were there. International calls were like super expensive, and
Yes.
since I was in a village, it's very different from when you're living in Mumbai, where you have like people all around you, and they're like आंखें तरस जाती थी लोगों को देखने के लिए, लेकिन दूर दूर तक कोई नहीं दिखाई दे रहा. It was very different. And I had a office which was like it was a converted house, and people said it was haunted. So I used to take a bus to the office, and usually the office used to get over by 4, and then 6 o'clock my bus was there, and I didn't want to stay in the office because it was haunted. So I mean, because of all the stories, so I used to wait at the bus stop, and near the bus stop there was a grocery store. So going to the, I like because it was very cold, I used to like spend my time in the grocery store. It was just amazing looking at all the different products, and different. It's very different from what you get in India. And
Yes.
the potatoes are so huge, and first time where it's first time, it's just so exciting. So I used to spend a lot of time there, and there I saw a store associate who was they have these ready meals which are like packed meals, cooked meals, and then you kind of eat it. So he used to throw away every day, like so many packets, you just dump it in the garbage. And coming from a family who kind of values, you have to eat, you have to complete your plate, you should not be a single grain on your plate. Throwing away so much of food was just so criminal. And the reason I asked him that why he was doing it, and what was the reason, and kind of digging deeper to it, that was like the idea which kind of stemmed from there. Then it became a product when I came back, and then there was like a whole journey that we went through. And now it started as a concept. Now it's a big business line for the company, and we have so many patents, and helping a lot of companies worldwide.
So inspiring. Great. Thank you to your parents for the values. Great. So please tell us about your other patents, because you don't have 1, 2, 3. You have a long list. 35?
Yes. These are our team patents. So it is, inspired by everybody's thoughts and ideas.
Still, you are
Yeah.
part.
So, the journey from there, right? So the journey from the idea, and it started with. So when you have an idea, it's not that everybody will buy into it, right? So when you start, because it is your idea, and why should anybody look at it? And when you're starting off young, especially, people like doubt you. Do you have enough experience? Do you even know what you're thinking about? So yeah, I mean, like this will not work. I mean, this is crazy. And so it's very important to kind of really stick with it, and perceive. uh, your perseverance matters a lot, especially when you kind of believe in something. So it went through a journey where we were lucky at that point in time. We kind of started with the idea. We created like a small, like a demo out of it, and we showed it to a lot of people. At that point in time, we were lucky because we were part of a team which managed a lot of client visits. So we had a lot of international clients who kind of came to India for the visit. They visited our lab, and this gave us a lot of opportunity. Like everybody used to do all the presentation. I used to slip in like, okay, can you give me like 2 minutes on this also? So So that's how it started. And when we presented, like customers just loved it, and they said, okay, this is what I want. And once customers start saying that, then people start like, okay, maybe there is some something beyond it. And then there was one customer CEO who like really loved it, and he said that I want to kind of have this in my company, and that's how it started.
Super. Now you have to inspire our younger generation and moms and teachers. So what is that which makes Shilpa magical? If you were to list, say 5 things or 10 things for us quickly, pointers, what should we nurture in kids? And how can we walk a beautiful path like yours while maintaining our originality, you know, our uniqueness, our unique talents and strengths? Because we are not you and you are not we. So,
Absolutely.
please.
So I don't know if I can give an advice, but I can tell you what worked for me, and some of the things which I think which worked for me. I can tell you about that.
Yeah.
So one, as we discussed, self-belief. You have to believe in yourself. Second one, I would say is, always look for how can you make a positive difference, right? And if it's about finding your higher purpose, it's about finding purpose in everything you do, like knowing why you're doing what you're doing and how it kind of impacts others. Because, and how can you make it big, right? So when you make certain things big, then your problems and whatever you're doing, right, it becomes just so small and they just go away. So it's always good to think big.
You
So
sound like Vivekanand to me now. Focus on the goals and obstacles will not be seen. Wow. So little bit of Steve Jobs, little bit of Vivekanand, mix it all and you'll have Shilpa. Great. Go ahead.
And perseverance, right? Because
Yeah.
you need to have courage to stand when nobody is believing in you. Because again, it goes back to self-belief, because you believe in yourself. It doesn't matter if somebody believes in it, you or not. And it's important to just show up, right? So my father always used to say that, any competition or any event, just show up, right? Even if you don't win, that's okay. Because you only lose the competitions or battles which you don't fight, right? So, and otherwise you always win because you're learning. So it's
a little bit of Simon Sinek. Why? Perseverance, Abdul Kalam ji, Dr. Kiran Bedi, mix it all and you will reach your goals.
And another one is like having fun, because it's very important to have fun, right? And that's why I'm here, right? So
fun mein, this is one of the most inspiring episodes. And you are helping me have fun. Thank you for that. And I was going to ask, Shilpa, masti bhi karte ho ya sirf success, AI, TCS, Mrs. India? So what do you do to have fun? Hobbies, when you are relaxing, how do you relax yourself? How do you revive, unfold, unleash that happy, go lucky? What is the secret? What do you do?
So actually fun sab mein hota hai, right? And everything that you do is fun. Like, see, like talking to you itself is so much fun. So this is not work, or this is not something which you do officially. So fun sab mein hota hai. And once you like what you're doing, तो ऐसे जरूरी नहीं है कि कुछ और करना चाहिए, या फिर मतलब like you compartmentalize कि अरे ये work है, इसमें serious होना चाहिए, ये fun है इसमें. Yeah, it's everything is fun.
ये शिल्पा पंचलाइन है, fun सब में होता है. Please remember, fun अलग से नहीं ढूंढना है, fun अलग से नहीं खरीद के लाना है, 10 ग्राम देना. So I love this, that 24 hours we are in that meditative, happy, joyful state, fun state. Work is fun, and when work becomes fun, then this Mrs. India happens, then that magic happens of patent. You can't be serious all the time. Thank you for that. Great. Moving ahead, your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, very interesting. you know what, recently I like, because now we're in the school context and this is like very relevant, I like the movie Hitchki, which is by Rani Mukherjee, and you know how she kind of turns around the whole, you know, the whole mindset around kids and others. So it's like really beautiful. I love that movie.
Yes, you touch hearts and you convert your weaknesses into strength when you accept it.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Your favorite song?
Favorite song, very interesting. Uh, Believe. This is There will be miracles when you believe. So
गाना भी
that's.
पड़ेगा. अरे fun participate, use all the brain lobes, balance your brain. प्रेयर गा दो, इतनी शक्ति हमें. मम्मी पापा देखने वाले हैं, देख लो. बेटा आपने शो अप नहीं किया, आपको हमने सिखाया था. शो अप. शो अप. Show up.
Oh, show up.
No matter if you don't sing well, it's okay.
Yeah. So I'll never. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to give. There can be miracles when you believe. You believe, somehow you will. Somehow you will.
Faith is a reward. You see, you get for what you saw. And you are a miracle for us. You are a miracle for many. You are a miracle for the lives you have touched, which you don't know, whom you have not met. You're truly a huge inspiration. So I'll come to the last point, last question. Your 5 happiest moments, which you love to remember and share and relive them so that you have a bigger smile.
5 happiest moment. Okay, that's very interesting. So, very interesting. I have to remember because every moment is like, you know,
Buddha moment, Meera moment for you.
Yeah. So something which happened recently was I was working with a girl within, like, in our village, and she was you know she was like very good student. I mean, good student from her background perspective, and she was looking at you know, she really wanted to kind of, you know, become a police officer. So when I recently met her, and then we were kind of discussing about you know, how she could do you know, little things like looking at the criteria on how you can clear the entrance exam, how you can really go for you know, like the sports activity, physical activity. So she was like very excited, and then we took her to the beach, and we said, okay, let's kind of, you know, do a long jump and, you know, see how it can be done, right? Because you need to kind of practice for it. And she did that, and she was like, when she did that, she was just so happy, and you know, it could see that, you know, the dreams in her eyes, and like, you know, motivation in her eyes, and that really made me like super happy. Saying, you know, when you see that, you know, small dreams kind of beaming in somebody's eyes, it's just a happy feeling.
Yes, a mix of all happy hormones, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. It was a mix of all, you know, you being together and you helping her. So it was all mixed. Very good. So I'm so thankful to you for being a part of this show and making my day. And why be confused? Made my days, weeks, months, years, and life. I will cherish this interview and I'll make you proud. Not with patents, but with my smile.
It was just super, you know, super joyful to speak to you, and you're such a joyful person. So thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for having me here. It was just Absolute pleasure.
And you increased my happiness now. I'm happier. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you. So wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.